Alright guys, as promised, sticking with my hip hop that I said that I was gonna show when I first hit the scene in the VC. This video is actually for let me make sure I can say his name right. Fetcha70. THETCHA 70. My man out there in the West Coast says that he collects hip hop. Says that he only collects the full length albums though, you know, due to the space. But I think that's even better because, you know, not sure if you guys have been paying attention or, you know, if rap is your thing, but these old school rap LPs they're costly. I mean, on average $30, and it's not uncommon. If you want some classic old school stuff, you're gonna come out of your pocket $60-70, especially if it's sealed between $80 and $120. So it's to be respected like everything else. I'm just gonna get it started. This is DITC digging in the crates. What can I say? Fat Joe, Diamond D, Lord Finesse, Big L. This is what started it all, man. This is some classic hip hop artists came out of this group. Big L, unfortunately, one of the homies that was killed. You know, it's kind of a shame that hip hop has so much bullshit associated with it. The whole thug mentality that ends up taking lives. Big L was no exception. This guy right here, you know, definitely gone too soon. One really talented MC. So that's the first one. And this, I don't think it's the original. I think this is like some Fat Beats released after the fact type thing. I gotta be careful with the brightness on this because my video will lag. So let me turn that down a little bit. Bear with me, guys. Let's turn up the sharpness. See if that works. Ooh, speaking of it, this is one of these albums that's gonna cost you that $60 or $70. Ghostface Killah, Iron Man. Classic album with Motherless Child. You know, this was produced by the RZA, and they say that the RZA is the master of moans. That's what he prefers to sample, and Motherless Child is probably one of his greatest examples of him sampling moaning from old school records. This is Gatefold, and look at that, man. This is beat up. The vinyl's nice, but this is back when I was in college, moving sometimes twice a year from spot to spot with my little bit of records. This is one of them. This is original right here too. Gatefold LP. I always thought this was interesting because they're making shoes. I never really got the concept behind the picture. See them messing with the shoes? And then on the back, there's more shoes. They're kind of like these hush puppy type shoes. That film strip, that's shoes. More shoes. Look at them with all those shoes. I never got them, but classic album. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Crazy dogs. I warned you about them. Alright, moving on. My second favorite. This guy's in one of my top 3 MCs of all time. This is Talib Kweli, Reflection Eternal. This is sealed copy. I have my unsealed copy so I can spin it. You know, I know what it's like to approach a genre of music and record collecting that you're not familiar with. And that you kind of want to get to the stuff that's easy to swallow, that eases you into the genre, and you're excited to hear it. This is where you should start. Talib Kweli is one half, and I'm going to spit some common knowledge for all of those who know who this is, but for the ones that don't, you know, so just bear with me. One half of rap duo Black Star, the other half is Mos Def. This is his first solo effort, and he didn't stray away from what he did when he was with Mos Def, and that was to rap conscious hip-hop that praised women, that addressed issues in the community. that address issues that our government creates in our societies. You know what? Let me tell you how serious this is. It doesn't say featuring, but I'll put it to you this way. The intro to this album has a feature of Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela is on the intro to this album saying, "This is Nelson Mandela, blah, blah, blah. When I'm in South Africa chilling out, I listen to Talib Kweli and DJ High Tech." He has, now, if you ever, or if you're put off by what hip hop produces, and rightfully so, it's a disgrace to put this in the same category. Nelson Mandela, folks, immortalized on this man's album. Do you think he would do that if this guy was about a whole bunch of dumb shit? I don't think so. And Gil Scott-Heron is on this album in one of the skits. So if you wanna know, you wanna get into hip hop, or at least have a piece of hip hop that you can say you listen to that's positive, and oh, let's not forget, this dude is a monster on the mic. Wordplay, if you wanna enjoy that. The metaphors, Jesus. Oh, Talib Kweli. Second album, they even say this is his breakthrough album because this has the Get By on it, produced by Kanye West, with the Nina Simone sample in the beginning of it. It's another must-have. Top one in my top 5, Common. I love Common, man. Love to listen to Common's LPs. I mean, like, really, to be honest, I could do a whole 15-minute video on going each album up to the current and what I think about it and my take and the progression of Common. It's unfortunate he is another political conscious rapper, and he is, more so into acting now. And he dropped the classic album too, B, produced by Jay Dilla and Kanye West, tag teaming almost every other track. But you know what? I'm not gonna say anymore because I probably will do that 15-minute video on Common. And I was ciphering with a couple of my friends, and we ran through his catalog and we realized how deep it really is. Streets was watching. Jay-Z, this is the soundtrack to the movie that they came out with when he was on Rockefeller Records. I like the older Jay-Z a little bit better. Not the older Jay-Z, the in the prime Jay-Z, when he was dropping Blueprint and all that stuff. I'm not somebody who only likes all the old school stuff, but it is what it is when it comes to Jay-Z. I like the old Jay-Z. Nori, classic album. For those who don't know, this is the man who put the Neptunes on. The same guy, the same production group that did songs for Justin Timberlake, Britney Spears, the Neptunes. This is where they started. He put them on. This album, give it a listen. If I could turn back the hands of time, I would turn it back to the day that the Fugees was clicking. Lord have mercy. Lauryn Hill, Proswell, Wyclef. This is a classic joint. This is to be respected if you have this in MP3. Really. Betcha. Over there on the West Coast. This is Dr. Dre, The Chronic. This is not their OG. This has been digitally remastered. I don't even know if I have the original. I have to check. I'm not sure. But, you gotta have The Chronic in your collection. Kool Keith. Hip-hop producer, instrumental, kind of experimental hip-hop kind of guy. Very interesting guy, but this is all this stuff is out of print. This definitely is out of print. Kool Keith is, how can I describe it? I guess I could just go into this whole Dr. Octagon thing that Kool Keith did It's almost like a comic book on wax. He created this character called Dr. Octagon. I want to read you guys something. Listen to this. This is from Wikipedia. It says Dr. Octagon was a persona created and used by American rapper Kool, first appearing on Kool Keith's 1996 debut album, Dr. Octagonacologist. Dr. Octagon is an extraterrestrial time-traveling gynecologist and surgeon from the planet Jupiter. It says that he released 3 albums under this alias. The character was murdered by Dr. Doom on Thornton's 1999 album First Come First Served, and was briefly revived before being again killed on Thornton's 2008 album Dr. Doom 2. So I mean, he put effort into this. Not only into the music, but into the whole LP as a whole. And I gotta stop the video again because I know what that is. I gotta take that call, so hold on, be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for the interruption again. So I was talking about Kool Keith and reading you about the Dr. Octagon and the first Dr. Octagonacologist, and here it is, Dr. Octagon. And you know what? I'm gonna turn on the autofocus real quick so you guys can see this. For all of you record heads out there, we all know. I want to show you where this came from. See that? Amoeba. We all know and love Amoeba. All right. I'll leave the autofocus on. If it starts acting up, I'll turn it off. For all you MF Doom fans out there, KMD, Black Bastards, look at that Hangman. This album is making a statement. This album cover, hello, check it out. Produced by MF Doom. Causing, give me that thing. I do not know that. But anyway, that's another classic joint. One of my first rap CDs was from the Roots. I love the Roots. The Roots is a rap group that uses all live instruments. Well, maybe not so much recently, but they still are playing. Everybody has a job to do in the Roots group. And if you watch late night television, they're the house band for Jimmy Fallon right now. So let me turn the autofocus off so you guys can check that out. Another one of my top 5 MCs, so that leaves Talib Kweli, Mos Def, Black Thought. This young man right here, dope as hell. The Roots also teeter with that neo soul type conscious music every once in a while, but Black Thought definitely spits hard. Some things just don't need to be explained. One of my favorite rappers ever, Mos Def. Check that out. He's doing a lot of acting now. That's pretty dope. Check that out. That's pretty cool. But anyway, man, and I definitely have his whole discography, pretty much. Well, his album releases. My camera's acting up. But that's Mos Def, The New Danger. You guys gotta check out the song called The Rape Over, and then the Boogeyman song. I remember seeing the Roots at Radio City Music Hall, and when I was late and I was walking in, and he was singing it. The lights was dim and it was red, and he was singing the Boogeyman song. And it took me to another place. It's one of the most memorable moments I ever had, and definitely immortalized Mos Def into my top 5 MCs, because he makes artful music and songs as well. Alright guys, that's all I have.